Simulating a fluid inside a container can be achieved by using the cavity feature in an assembly. Here, I have a vessel that has been made hollow using the shell feature. I'll use the Make Assembly icon to bring the vessel into an assembly. I'll click OK to position the vessel at the assembly origin. Next, I'll create a new part to represent the fluid. I'll save the assembly and call the new part Fluid. When a new part is created in the context of an assembly, you must select a plane that will become the front plane of the new part. I'll select the front plane of the assembly. Notice I'm now in Edit Part mode, and a sketch is automatically started. I'll create a large rectangle, larger than the vessel itself, and extrude it in 2 directions. The resulting block should completely envelop the vessel component. While still in Edit Part mode, I'll bring up the cavity feature. You can find it in the Insert drop-down menu in the Features category. Now, the only selection required in the Cavity Property Manager is the Design component. This is the component, or group of components, that'll define the shape of the cavity. In this case, I'll select the vessel using the Feature Manager tree. There's a section about scaling. The cavity feature is used for mold creation where scaling is important to account for shrinkage. In this case, I'll leave the scale factor at 0 and click OK. Notice that when the vessel geometry is removed from the block, 2 bodies result, one representing the inside of the vessel and one representing the outside. A window appears allowing to select whether all bodies should be kept or if only selected bodies should be kept. I'll use the Selected Bodies option and choose the body representing the inside of the vessel. The only step remaining is to assign the appropriate material properties to this newly created part. I'll set the material to air. Of course, if it's a pressurized gas, I can create a new material property and adjust density as needed. Note that this same technique can be used to represent liquids as well. Simply adjust the block so it represents a partially filled vessel. In this example, I only have to edit the sketch used to define the block and resize it. When I rebuild the model, you can see I now have a partially filled vessel. To complete this idea, I'll edit the material and change it to water. With all the changes complete, I'll exit Edit Part mode, and I can now review mass properties that take the fluid into account.